Hey guys, it's Useless here. This is future me editing the video. I realized my intro was just kind of weird, so I'm just re-recording it. This is the Stanley Parable. It's a new version of an old game that came out in 2013. My friends talk a lot about it. I've never seen any video or played the game myself, so this will be a fresh run through, and we're just going to jump right into it. All right. Never the end is never the end is never the end is loading. Okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley. Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Easy
Orders
enough.
came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although
That seems
others
boring.
might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Okay.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. We're in control. Okay. Can I, interact with anything? Can I, I don't think I can... Okay. I don't think I can interact with anything quite yet. Hello?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Just want to see if I can,
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, so it's not really letting me do anything, so I guess I just go. There's nothing out. The windows are white. Can I open this? No. Oh, I can crouch. Oh. Okay. Hello. Where is everybody? Okay. Nothing. Can't even get in the other rooms.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ooh. What happens if I go on the right, though?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sure, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this is a nice room.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I can't do anything. I don't... Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Should we actually listen to him this time? I want to see what happens if you just disobey him.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Nice. I wish I was fired. Alright, let's see. Oh, wow, this is really pretty. So I know this is like a remaster. And so... Oh, man, wow. This looks really good for a remaster.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Okay.
Someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
What?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Who?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
She. Okay. Guess I'm Okay.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do
No,
this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Let me out. Fine, I'll answer the phone. I'll actually listen to the narrator for once.
Where? Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, I can't
I'm
move.
just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Is she in this door?
Right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh. Okay. I just want to see what's over there.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Huh?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and
Okay.
every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Like, same.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
Okay.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Did I choose this? I don't know if I chose this. Okay, so it does not let you press like the wrong button.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures.
Okay.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh. This is actually like making me sad. I guess I'll
And
watch.
so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he
The TV
imagined that
disappeared.
one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
What?
The thought excited him terribly.
Please press R to spend time with the boys. It's boys' night.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
Oh.
The mere thought that his
I was gonna hang
decisions
with the
would mean
boys.
something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Prepare dinner?
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Tell my kids a story. What kids?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I don't like this game anymore. I'm just sad now. My wife's not real. Why would I tell her I love her? It's just, she's not. It's a mannequin.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Fine. I won't. I won't do it. No. I refuse. How long do I have to wait, though? I'm going to wait this out. I'm going to wait as long as it takes. I'm doing what he tells me. You're not supposed to be here. Do I just need a cave? Okay.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I tried to do it. I tried to do what he said. But whatever. Fine.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
Okay.
Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Okay.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried...
What? Just... Huh? Did I...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. I'm just gonna listen to him this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Okay. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a sick blue graphic in the header. Oh, I didn't read it in time. Everyone is unique. You most of all. That's right. You're unique. Don't forget that. Number of slides on this slide. Charts, and slides, slides. Okay. Yeah? Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Okay, I'm done reading the slides. What do you people want? Graphs about things and money. Okay. To do. Synergize. Synergize! Core value expenditures. Shift global market per... okay. Nobody cares. More graphs. A lot of percent. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going. Up.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What if there is something, though? I don't believe you.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Okay, No, you know what? I want to see what happens if I stay in the broom closet.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Yeah. Suck it, narrator. I could do what I want. I can still be in the broom closet. I can look for stuff.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Because I
Please
can.
offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I don't know. I feel like it, huh? It's my life. I can do what I want.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
Well, it was the first door that didn't just have a number.
Literally, this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
The fact that you're saying that.
I would have thought to mention it.
The fact that you're saying that makes me not believe you. To be honest. That's my explanation.
This is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite."
Why is this so British?
Find this concerning.
Why is this so British? Oh. Come on, there's gotta be something in here.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Narrator, you're being really mean right now. You're being really mean.
I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
What? Is that it? Is that all you're gonna say to me? Are we done here? Okay, I'm gonna leave now.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
I'm the same.
You too? I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids.
I knew it.
Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus?
Oh, this is incredible.
You can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay. I just want to see if he says anything else about it. No? Okay. I think he just wants me to move on now.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, we're gonna go up. I'll go down another time if I mess up. I'm just gonna listen to the narrator for now. A bathroom, huh? Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Okay. Well, that's a nice painting. There's no reflections. Okay. This is where I came from. I'm gonna just shut that. Can I do anything over here? Grab the book? No. How about this door? Aw, not the panda. At least that one's just normal. Can I? You know what? I'll worry about that later. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Yeah.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. This is creepy. What? Okay. All right.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Yeah.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I don't know if I want to. I'll listen to the narrator. I'll keep going. Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Holy
screens.
shit.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay. Well, let's just keep going. That is really deep. I can't see the ceiling.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's
What?
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't remember what number of employee I am. Well, I think I'm in the 400s over here somewhere.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own
Okay.
life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable.
Never!
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I believe it.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Oh.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. So how am I going to do that? Pressing all these buttons and it's not doing anything. Okay. I'm guessing I go to the power room. So giant button that says 5. This is very Incredibles-esque.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Hello? Hello?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from
Won
someone
what?
else's
Where am I?
command.
Am I still in the
Freedom was
room?
mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Yeah.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Go. Yeah.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Yeah.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Aw. That was beautiful. Beautifully said, narrator. Beat the game. It says I beat the game. I don't think I beat the game. I don't think that's the truth.